Good evening. Welcome to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover. You're tuned in to another amazing night in the Cellar, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. The Cellar is a provocative forum inciting provocative conversation about wine and the luxurious lifestyle of the wine consumer. I always invite many guests to host the show with me, like wine sommeliers, chefs from all around the world. I have people who are industry favorites in other industries, like the fashion world and lifestyle. So tonight, we're geared up for a really amazing night, and I'm excited about tonight because tonight we have an amazing and special guest in the Cellar, and I'm going to tell you about him very shortly. However, though, tonight I want to say a big shout out to my Cellar Nation. Thank you so much for continuing to support the show. If you're watching the show on our Facebook fan page, go there and like it and share the show tonight. Share it and like the show. That's the Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover on our Facebook page. And if you're watching live on YouTube, you go to the button that's red and it says subscribe. Subscribe there and like it and make a comment. We love your comments. That's on YouTube, and it's the Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover as well. And tonight we've been able to go back onto my main personal page, Richard Glover. So while you're there, share, and like the page, like the show for tonight. I have an amazing guest, like I mentioned earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman has been around Washington, D.C. for a long time. He's not just a Washington, D.C. personality. He's a national, international personality. And we're going to talk to him tonight about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. The one and only Mr. Joe Clare will be in the show tonight. Yeah, this gentleman is amazing. I've always watched him, what he does, and what he does as a radio personality, and the things he's done on BET, and as a VJ, and also as an actor. But before we get there, we're going to take a quick short break because this is National Ice Cream Month. Now, for those of you out there that love ice cream, this is the month that you can enjoy, and this was created by our former president, Ronald Reagan, who created National Ice Cream Month, and on the third Sunday is National Ice Cream Day. So this whole month, we're going to kind of share with you some few different ice cream. And I'm not a big ice cream person, but every once in a while, I get a Klondike bar. So, I might bring some Klondike bars on here and give some away. So don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. You're tuned into The Cellar with Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And when we come back, Joe Clare will be here in the studio with me. to Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And tonight, if I didn't tell you early, our topic is wine, comedy, entertainment, and the holiday.
Okay.
That's right. And ladies and gentlemen, I have him right here in the studio. I got him. DC's own Joe Clare.
Hey. Thanks for having me, sir.
Man.
Hey, everybody. Good to see y'all. How's everybody doing? All the cameras around. Hey, everybody. Peace and blessings. Peace and love to you.
Wow, yes, this indeed. Guy is amazing. He's the same way on the radio, man.
Yeah. You can't switch it. I'm from C Pleasant. You can't. Come on, man. I'm from C Pleasant. They don't let you switch.
They don't let you switch.
Nah, they make you better be who you are the whole time. Or you can't come back around C Pleasant.
I understand.
Landover, Capitol Heights.
You know, I used to live on the outside of. I used to live in Mitchellville.
Oh yeah, that's Mitchellville too.
Yeah, I used to drive straight through there on Central Avenue, going all the way home. I lived right next to
I graduated from Largo High School, class of '80, whatever it is. Yes, indeed.
Awesome, man. So you are at Washingtonian then?
Well, more of a Prince Georgian.
Oh, okay.
Let's get it. We got to get it correct because you know how DC is. They don't play that. So I'm a Prince Georgian. However, when my parents split, my dad moved into the city.
Okay.
So weekends was in the city, and then weekdays was at my mama's house.
Okay.
In Prince George. My father lived on 14th and Road. Well, first he moved all the way up to like Grover, Cleveland, up there by the zoo.
By the zoo, yeah. Okay.
Yes, he moved up there by the zoo.
Yeah,
very, very nice.
It is.
But then that pocket wasn't right once he had to start splitting that check the correct way.
Well, you know, I lived by the zoo, actually behind the zoo.
Okay.
On Adams Mill when I was in school at GW.
Okay.
But I kind of began to hate it because Saturdays, if I left out my house and drove my car, there was no parking.
Not at all.
Not because the zoo was open.
For sure.
And then, of course, early in the morning, I would hear all the animals when they wake up. That was the first one I heard.
The elephant come first.
Elephants.
Yeah, I know that's they. And my mom was a professor at GW. A lot of people don't know that. My mother's a very accomplished writer and professor.
Really?
Here in the area. Maxine Clare is her name. You got to
since
this is a wine show, it's a great place to talk about the literary side of Joe Clare. So look up Maxine Clare.
I sure will.
Very, very accomplished writer and author here. And then my dad was. Well, he's a whole nother story. His name is Joe. I'm Joe Clare III.
Oh, really?
Yes, and he is. If you bump into anybody who knows my dad, oh man, he's a character and a half. He was. Rest his soul. Rest his soul. Definitely. But even though he gone, he here though. Like he one of them dead people that's still here. That's like always showing up and stuff. He ain't finished his business on the earth. And it be practical stuff, not like show up and
right.
You know, he show up when you brushing your teeth. You know you need to get that back one. You know that.
So wait a minute, so Joe,
you know that back one about to come out your head. You hear it out like oh, that's Dad telling me to take care of my teeth.
So Joe, you are a stand-up comedian.
Yes, I am.
I can see it already.
Yes, I am a stand-up comic of amongst many things that I do. I haven't been able to, pinpoint exactly what I do professionally.
Okay.
I've made money as a stand-up. I'm good as a stand-up. I'm about to shoot a special in this next year or so. Okay. Well, before the next 365 days, I'll shoot a special.
Okay.
But I also do, I have a number of other interests that I've also have been able to make money at. So stand-up comedian is one of the things that I do.
Host, radio personality.
True indeed. Been in and out of radio for, since I started at WPGC in 1995.
Really? Okay.
I started at WPGC in 1995. Me and Big Tigger had a hip-hop show, a Sunday night hip-hop show. Shout out to DJ Flex and Big Tigger for that. Yeah. And then when Russ Paul was coming to town, I was on the original Russ Paul morning show.
I remember that.
It was me, Russ, and Jeannie Jones, and then Jeannie left, and then Olivia Fox came.
I remember both of them.
And then, after that, I moved to New York, and then I worked at Hot 97.
Okay.
The biggest radio station on the planet.
Right.
I worked at Hot 97.
That's right.
I was a weekend guy there. Shout out to Angie Martinez. If any of these PC, Angie Martinez was, she used to coach me and tell me what to do. Flex and, all those people were real, those were real cool people to work with. So, yeah, I did radio, and now I'm, back here
I know.
Luckily we're doing the show the day after, 2 days after I got let go.
Oh, no.
From the Joe Claire Morning Show.
Wait a minute, though. Maybe I need to get Joe Claire on the Cellar more regularly.
Yeah. I need something to do. My wife is already sick of me being home. So, yeah. She's giving me honey-do lists that don't have nothing to do with my skill set. Wow. I was up on the roof. She had me up on the roof. You know I don't know nothing about no shingles. Only shingles I know about is a disease.
But I know one thing, you're going to have some real good comedy coming out of that.
You think not? Every day. I got a strong black woman, so it's comedy every single day.
That's amazing, man.
Every single day. Let me say this. Every day until it ain't.
And you know what those days are.
Yeah.
You know already.
Yeah, I know what days she ain't playing.
Shout out to the single, not to the single, but to the serious-minded women out there that stand behind and beside their man. And
yes, indeed.
And as well as keep us in check, too. I'm just
hold me down. Yeah, she holds me down.
Hold us down.
That's my girl.
So, Joe, the night show is about wine, comedy, and, of course,
beautiful
4th of July. And I'm going to give out some 4th of July tips later on.
Okay.
On what good wines to have for hamburgers, steaks, crabs, whatever it is. I'm going to, seafood, I'm going to match that out for the folks tonight.
Okay.
But Joe is here with me tonight, so you're going to enjoy hearing a whole lot from him. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I'm just going to sit back and let him, he's going to run the show. He's my special co-host tonight. I'm excited to have you, Joe.
I'm excited to be here. This is dope, brother.
It's great to meet
you,
man.
Listen, y'all, the Cellar is dope. It's bomb. I'm glad to be here. The Cellar is really, 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 really dope, man. I like this a lot, man.
We appreciate that. We're glad to have you, man. This is a home. Anytime you want to come through.
All right, don't wait. Mess around, coming here, and I'm in here sleep on your couch. Joe was here all night. He was here all night. I think him and his wife having an argument or something. So he said you told him anytime. He big. He was looking for a shower.
I don't know if we got a big shower. We got something back there.
He went hollering at the people on Hanover. He know everybody around here.
I'm telling you. So don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with Glenn with Malia. You're listening and tuning in to Richard Glover, the Cellar with Richard Glover. We talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. And my special guest, Joe Claire.
Hey there, my name is Steve Christensen. I'm the Executive Director of the National Ice Cream Retailers Association, and I hold in my hand an extremely important document. It is a proclamation signed by President Ronald Reagan and passed by Senate Joint Resolution 298 that designates the month of July as National Ice Cream Month, and further goes on to say that the third Sunday in July is National Ice Cream Day, this year being July the 19th. Now, the President goes on to say and call upon people of the United States to observe these events with appropriate ceremonies and activities. Now, as you know, there have been devastating consequences as a result of the worldwide pandemic, particularly on small business. Now, the food service business has been particularly affected negatively in that many restaurants and food service establishments have either closed or cannot open. Now, your local ice cream shop finds themselves within that segment of the food service community. And so I encourage you this July, being National Ice Cream Month, to get out there and support your local ice cream shop. Our ice cream shops and ice cream have been with you in the good times, and they've been with you in the sad times. And for no other reason, let's get out there and support your local ice cream shop owner and all of their employees to help make this July, this National Ice Cream Month, the best it can be for ice cream retailers around the country. So on behalf of the National Ice Cream Retailers Association, please stay safe, enjoy National Ice Cream Month, and support your local ice cream shop. Hey there, my name is Steve Christensen. I'm the Executive Director of the National Ice Cream Retail.
And welcome back to the Cellar. You're tuning with Richard Glover. Real quick, before I go to Malia, Joe, are you an ice cream person?
I was. I'm like a lot of black men. I can no longer. I mean, I could, Rich,
I understand.
But it ain't going. If I eat it on Friday, it ain't gonna be nothing going on till Tuesday.
I understand.
Till Tuesday. The last time I went real hard. It sat me down. Set me all the way down.
I did that once before,
but
too.
that Haagen-Dazs with the cone and the caramel and the chocolate, the cone caramel chocolate sundae.
Yes.
Oh, the devil made that one.
Yeah. Well,
and he got me.
See,
it's one of my favorites.
My favorite and my bad, my favorite, my good and my bad is Klondike bars. My mother got me on those things.
What would you do
without
for a Klondike bar?
I would do a whole lot, but we won't talk about that tonight. We're going to tune in with Glam with Malia. Malia, how you doing? Sorry about that. I just had to make sure we get our ice cream thing out there. So how you doing today, Malia? Welcome to the Cellar again. What do you have for us?
Yes, so I'm going to be talking about obviously some beauty tips, but we're going to be talking about the top 5 makeup products for all women that can use to have that natural glowing look on their face, especially like us going to Miami or just going out for a cute date night or something like that. So come on, let's get started. So I am going to be talking about this really cute bronzer and primers, mascaras, the whole shebang for you guys, because obviously I love sharing my tips and I want to give it to you all. So let's get started. So this right here is the Benefit The Real Mascara. It lifts and plumps your eyelashes. It makes it look so good. If most women don't have lash extensions, that is a perfect one. It runs about $25 to $26. You can also purchase it at Ulta $12. I am obsessed with it. I use it on my lashes. It's just not really like holding down. It just looks really amazing. So that is the top one for this summer. The next one that I will be talking about is going to be this stain from Sephora. So actually right now I have that color. It goes with any outfit and it looks colorless, which
yes,
is so
and we're
bad.
having a little audio issue there, but we'll come back with Malia. So
it happens.
It happens. Yeah, this is internet TV.
Yeah, this internet TV is a little different. It's like a Star Wars transmission.
Exactly.
You know how they be broke up.
Exactly.
When Han Solo can't hear Chewbacca because he all the way across the galaxy. It's the same thing going on with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Absolutely,
It's the same thing.
And I don't know why we can't have it right. I mean, I was thinking internet would be the better thing to do.
Nah, they still getting it.
I'm watching CNN and they still have the same issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
this is
exactly.
Wolf Blitzer, and I'm coming to you live from, you know.
Or Brooke Baldwin would say something like, I think we lost. Are you there?
Yep.
Are you there? We'll be right back.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm learning how to do that, I'm learning how to, stay calm.
Right, and don't trip. Plus the people who look, they know that's how their phones at.
Exactly.
That's exactly how their phones at. Go ride through the wrong part of town, and your phone, your phone catch COVID right quick.
You're on the phone trying to get that last digit of her number. And she says, and you say, wait a minute. I can't
301-592-07.
Can you hear me?
Exactly.
So Joe, let's talk a little bit more about you, man, because you are. I like the shirt, Original Chocolate City.
Man, I'm gonna ride for Chocolate City forever. I got lucky enough to grow up here in Washington D.C. in the time where blacks were being very progressive. Mm-hmm. My dad came here to go to Howard Law, and my mom came and worked at the Original Children's Hospital, which was right around the corner from Howard Law.
Exactly.
It was right on 13th and W.
I think it was W, yeah.
Something like that, mm-hmm. And so, 12th and W, something like that. So, and they were both college educated. We started in Southeast. Right? Shout out to Jasper Place. Shout out to Penn Southern before we moved to Seat Pleasant. And, I got to grow up watching, African Americans be everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Between my mom's culture and my dad's culture, my mom's work culture,
right.
My dad's work culture, I got to see black folks from every walk, feel every job from every walk of life. And these were regular, everyday, black. Yeah, my dad was an attorney for the Department of Education, but if I can keep it real on your show, he also sold weed.
Wait a minute.
Let's keep it real.
Let's keep it real.
That's
how we do.
He came from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, went to Tennessee State University. He had been around marijuana his entire life.
Okay.
He gets to D.C. and everybody's looking for some marijuana. And I'm talking, you know, I'm not going to incriminate anyone, but I saw everyone from doctors and lawyers and judges and police officers come and, you know, need to get some weed from my pops. And I thought nothing of it. He explained the illegality of it. This is an illegal act. This is an illegal substance. If you do use it, you can go to jail, and it can be addictive. And he broke all of that down for us and so on and so forth. He smoked as well. Oh, Rich. Oh, he smoked as well. And so that was the thing. So you can imagine growing up with an educated attorney, weed dealer, and my mom, who started out in the hospital, then became a professor of writing. You can understand where, and I'm growing up in D.C. and C Pleasant. I'm splitting weekends and then week areas between C Pleasant and D.C. You can imagine what I was able to digest. Right. You know, my father swore by the National Mall. When we were kids, I mean, like, it's Saturday. He's got his kids. He's got 4 kids that he's got to do the weekend with. Right. Where you gonna go with 4 kids? Just take them to the National Mall. Now, I didn't realize when he was going in the back room, he was smoking something. He was going to enjoy the museum more than us.
Or even keeping his nerves calm.
Kids. Well, first the nerves are all calm, and then by the time you get in the museum, hey, you guys, look at this tapestry. You know, this is a tapestry. It comes from Ghana, and it's really groovy, isn't it? Isn't it cool, man? Y'all just look at this for a minute. And he was I'm like, no, we want to move on to the next exhibit. Well, you guys go ahead. I'm going to stay here. And he be in his own little world. You know, and I didn't realize until I was much older what was going on. But, you know, that's my dad. And I'll roll to the ends of the earth and defend my father forever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I know that's right. You know, so real quick. So what made you get into comedy? I mean, I can tell now it's a natural for you.
Well, here's the thing. I'm posting us right now too on Instagram.
Awesome! I appreciate you.
I'm putting it. I spelled it correctly. Did I spell it correctly?
It looks great, man.
There we go. Great. There we go.
And see, this is the type of guest I need to have. You know.
Yeah, this is how you do that. So, I'm at Morgan State University. I'm pursuing a degree in psychology.
Okay.
At the time, and I have to be quite honest for anyone who's watching. I'm graduating from college, and first, the academics was the last reason I went away to college.
Okay. Okay.
I did not go to further my academic life and, you know, learn all of it. No. There was women, and there was freedom.
There you go.
No parents. And so I took to college. I took to Morgan State like a fish to water.
Wow.
Made sense to me immediately.
Absolutely.
Immediately. Now, my professors would tell you I was the worst student. They had to pull the stuff out of me. But I just didn't see I understand your Pythagorean theorem.
Right.
I don't understand having to do an assignment on it because I'm not going to be a Pythagorean theorist.
Okay.
That's not where I'm headed when I get out of here. So your pop quiz, I get it. You're going to give me an F. Fine. Fine, if that's what you want to do. I have no problem with your F because I'm putting myself through school. I was putting myself through school. This was on my dime.
Okay.
I worked at Pizza Hut and I threw parties. This is what I did. I threw parties to pay tuition, and I worked at Pizza Hut, and I was an RA in the dorms.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I made ends meet. And while I was doing that, you know, people were like, man, you should be a comedian. And I had heard it. If you come from this area, if you're not known for knocking people out, you better be funny.
Wow. Okay.
You better at least know how to Jones somebody out, as they say, we say in the street. And you better be. And I realized early I was good with it. I got that from my older brother, my dad. Okay. In my family, I'm not the funny one. Everybody else is 10 times smarter than me, which means their wit is 8 million times bigger and better than mine. I'm just the guy who could break it down for an audience and put some antics with it, and it becomes a comedy show. And so, you know, people were like, you should be a comedian, you should be a comedian. And I had a roommate. We were running the dorm, and we lived at the time, they were apartments. Mm-hmm. We had a student protest, and so Morgan State decided to fix the dorms And while fixing the dorms, they had to move the students off campus in apartments. We got apartments. My roommate was your frat brother. Shout out to my man Dundee, wherever you are, because he was the most gangster alpha I ever seen. Because I'm thinking alphas are very astute.
Okay.
All the alphas are very astute, very scholarly brothers. Their mind on academia and industry and industrious. Absolutely. Man, he was a gangster. My roommate Dundee Vander. His name was,
he was a gangster alpha.
Was Vander, and he was he was the most gangster alpha I ever met. Wow. We would have poker games on Friday nights. Okay. And he told me, like, the first day we met, he's like, this is how we gonna eat. Because the house always wins. Don't worry about that. The house always wins. You just invite a few people up and let me get their pockets straight. And we gonna always have groceries. And so anyway, one day I came in late, and him and his frat brothers were playing cards, and I sat down and drank some beers with him in it. And they like, you funny, but you only funny around us. I bet you can't be funny on stage. And every comedian hears that at some point in his life. Yeah. And I was like, it's me, one Kappa, and 3 alphas. So now I really got to stick my chest out like, when? What? Where? Who? What? What's the bet? Bet. And they bet me a case of beer. Okay. In college, case of beer, that's big money.
That is.
That's like 75 packs of cigarettes in prison. Anyway.
So you funny.
Anyway, they bet me, and the Qs were having a gong show. Oh, wow. On campus. And my first comedy show was in front of my peers on campus, and I was pretty popular. So it better go good, because if not, that's the end of your comedy career right then and there. And it went splashing. Oh
yeah, we have an emergency about the
Sorry, emergency.
I get this.
There you go.
Sorry, emergency.
You're going to hear back there in a second. Weather emergency. And I go up, and it went excellent. It's legendary. Okay. I did something very legendary on stage that I've never repeated ever again. Remember when Daffy Duck drank the nitroglycerin with Bugs Bunny? Yeah. For his last, I did one of them.
Oh wow.
And and I never did it again. But once I got the feedback from the audience, I was like, maybe there is something here. But at the time, I'm in college. I'm pursuing this degree, and so I didn't know if I could really be a comic. And somebody invited me to a nightclub that had a comedy night. Oh, wow. And I went that night, and what ended up happening, Richard, is I'm trying to do college jokes in front of this Friday night regular people crowd.
Yeah, for sophisticated.
And they not really with it. Mm-hmm. And so one guy decides to try to heckle me.
Oh, no.
Well,
big mistake.
The rest is history, because I was like, phew, thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Lord. That was that part that got you right.
And I went straight to your mother this, and your mother that, and your mother this, and your father, and your sister's name is Keith, and, all those kinds of things. Yeah, your brother named Tasha, and all, I went into all that stuff. And somebody bought me a drink.
Really?
While I was on stage, they handed me a drink, and I was like,
wow.
They give you drinks? They give you drinks for this? That's when I was sold. And
it's almost on the same level, but it's not particularly the same type of wine. It's a Muscat.
Thank you for all you're doing, because I had no idea there were so many black wine, companies.
Oh yeah, amazing. Wow. There's one next week. We're going to highlight Dwayne Wade.
Oh,
Dwayne Wade has a winery too.
Really?
It's called the Dwayne Wade Cellar.
I thought okay.
Well, better know D Wade Cellar. So yeah, there's some African American musicians and some African American artists and people who just like the guy who's an anesthesia technician.
Yeah.
They found the love of wine and they got into the business.
I love it.
Speaking of getting into the business, you're getting into the business of wine.
Well, yes. A wine club.
Okay.
Yes, and So, and we'll be talking about that. Maybe you can, give a little crumbs right now, but we'll be talking about what we are going to be doing with some wine.
Exactly. We're going to partner in. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm going to just put it out there. We're about to partner in a wine business. Ooh. That's right. So we're going to eventually have our own wines out. We're going to start. And interesting enough about that, Dr. Allen, a lot of people do start off with wine clubs. There's a winery in Lynchburg called Vino Wine. They started off with that wine app.
Okay.
And they've been on the show before. I'm going to bring them back soon. They just opened up a tasting room in Lynchburg, Virginia, along the historic downtown area. But they started off with a Vino. It's called Vino Wine. It was an app. It will tell you everywhere you can go. And it started in Virginia and then across the world to buy good wines.
That's brilliant.
And now then after the app, they started a wine club. And they transitioned from the wine club and they had their own wine. And now they have a tasting room. Yeah. So once you get into business, a lot of people start off as sommeliers like myself, or start off as enthusiasts or wine writers bloggers about wine. And then they get into the whole business. So, this is amazing for me to be able to go into business with you. And,
I'm honored. The sommelier? Come on now.
We'll see what we got going on here.
Look, I even brought something for Valentine's Day. Look. It says, wine is my Valentine.
See, put on your thing, girl.
Black women don't put their stuff on their head. But no.
You came for the party.
Yes, I came for the party.
Great. Yeah. And later on today, we're going to do a wine tasting. So we are going to do an actual wine tasting here. And we're going to do so much, not of a wine tasting, we're going to do a champagne tasting or a sparkling wine tasting. Okay, so don't go nowhere. So Dr. Allen.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get back to that. What to do on Valentine's Day? Any suggestions?
Because we're in the pandemic, most people are home.
Right.
And the one thing I am grateful for, if nothing else, with the pandemic is that we are forced to be home.
Right. So
you're getting forced to really reconnect with your partner, whether you're married or not, your children.
Okay.
And so maybe have a picnic, and some of the counties are opening, so go have some dinner. The social distancing. Go have some wine and enjoy your partner and get away from the children, because this is about you and him, or him and her, not the children.
Absolutely.
And have your adult time, and really you can't go wrong with wine and bubbly and just getting to a euphoric place between the two people that are in love. That's right. So just enjoy yourself.
And when you think about wine and Valentine's Day, they go together like Aunt Jemima syrup. What was it? Aunt Jemima pancakes with Aunt Jemima syrup. It goes together like eggs and bacon. There's that commonality there between Valentine and wine, and it's always an appropriate time to pull out a nice bottle of wine, whether it's an old Chardonnay from a 2007, or if it's a Cabernet Sauvignon from New Zealand, or a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, or Cabernet Sauvignon, a Cabernet Sauvignon, yes, from it could be anywhere along the different terrains and stuff. And so it goes together. It's just I don't know how you can go out and not have a glass of wine.
Love, wine, and chocolate.
That's right. Love, wine, and chocolate.
Maybe some strawberries.
Well, now you're getting a little naughty here. Let's relax on that one. That's not a bad idea, though. Great. Look, we gotta go take another break. Another Black History moment. We're gonna come back, and I believe we have our special guest artist has tuned in with us. This guy is actually tuning in with us from Brazil.
I love it.
And I think he's in Rio de Janeiro right now in Brazil. So and Jay Chris, who is his new stage name, you had him on your show a long time ago.
With the original name.
With the original
I'm loving this new name. Loving this new
Right.
name.
Well, let's take a break real quick, come back, and then we'll talk to Jay Chris.
You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war. the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Soul has no color, no shape, no form. And you have the power to change perception, to inspire and empower, and to show people how to embrace their complications and see the flaws and the true beauty and strength that's inside all of us.
That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Change will not come if we wait for some other person or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
For those who marched, and for those who prayed, and for those who sang and bled, and for those who believed, and for those who died, I stand as 10,000 to the 10th power.
J. Chris. Yeah. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale con ganas, vamos a sudar. Esta noche la vamos a disfrutar. Con sol y arena, shots en la playa. Tu piel tan suave sobran las canas. A vacilar, a festejar, removiéndote que nunca vamos a parar. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. A vacilar, a festejar, DJ sube lo que este es una pampara. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Hoy ponte loca, mami, que eso me aloca. Dale. Prende el sonido, ya baila el samba. Mírala a ella como mueve el de atrás. Sin el absoluto el party no es igual. A vacilar, a festejar, removiéndote que nunca vamos a parar. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. A vacilar, a festejar, DJ sube lo que este es una pampara. Dale y siente el calor con este ritmo del danzol. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Eres atrevida, ay, y trae tu amiga, que yo tengo un amigo, hacemos lo que tú digas. Eres atrevida, ay, y trae tu amiga, que yo tengo un amigo, hacemos lo que tú digas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, oh, 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 oh. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría y cosas buenas. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, oh, 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 oh.
And welcome back to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover, and ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the Macarena King, Mr. J. Chris. Hey, J. Chris, how are you, sir?
Hello. Greetings from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I am doing well. I'm really glad to be on the show.
Awesome. How's the weather there?
Oh, the weather's phenomenal. You just feel like you're in paradise here.
Well, I can imagine if you're hanging out at the beach. Chris,
right.
What's going on, sir? It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we first met, and last year we tried to get you on because you released the Macarena, right? Last year, the video and the song, right?
Right. We released Macarena last August of 2020, and we had a blast doing it. And Macarena was actually the first single and video under my J. Chris brand, and we have been evolving ever since.
Wow. And Chris, you have done some amazing things. You got a long history of writing music and being a songwriter and performing. You're not only an amazing singer and producer, composer, songwriter, you're also an amazing piano player.
Thank you so much.
And I say the difference because a keyboard and a piano are two different instruments. It takes a lot of skill to really play the piano, and you have that skill, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the compliments you give me. It's an honor.
So you know this young lady sitting next to me, right?
I do know her. I haven't seen her in a hot minute. How are you, Renee?
I am wonderful, and it is so great to see what you are doing with yourself. And I knew that the women look good in Rio de Janeiro, but now I have to say the men do too.
So Chris, tell us what's on the agenda for you. You're in Rio. Are you going to be there for a while? Because of my understanding, you're also the lead director of the Congressional Chorus now.
Yes, I am. I'm actually the director of the Congressional Chorus. I'm the artistic director. And I have been working with them, making virtual choir videos for them. And it's just been a blast doing it. So it's just a tremendous honor.
So you changed your schoolboy look, man. When I first saw you, had long hair. You know, you like the studious kid here. Now you're looking like, you know, Don Juan and, you know, James Bond and all that good stuff in here.
Well, those are good characters, so I'll take it. I just decided that, you know, a new look was in order. I just wanted to change. And I'm so glad I did it. I love my new hairstyle. And thanks for
Awesome. And your genres of music are R&B and Latin and what else you do? I know you have I saw a list of the different styles of music you compose and write and play.
Well, this is what it is. I'm an American, so I have the pop music side, but I'm also a Brazilian, Peruvian, first generation born American.
Okay.
So I also try to incorporate the Latin and also the R&B that I learned growing up. Okay. So, yeah.
Wow. So you kind of mix the pop, the R&B, and the Latin, and now you have J. Chris. Yeah, you're amazing, man. You're amazing. I'm gonna tell you, I really admire your background and being a piano player myself. I really admire what you've done with your career musically. You went to some of the best schools, and you've been in some of the. I mean, I actually saw a picture of you in AOC. So you're doing something in the congressional idiom as well. You know, is that correct? Am I correct when I say that you're doing something with on the Hill? Okay.
It is. It is. Well, the thing is, I do, or should I say, I have done a lot of performances on the Hill, but I actually don't consider myself to be in that congressional realm because Congressional Chorus is a nonprofit chorus in Washington, D.C. So, yes, it's in the community and it's also in the government.
Great, great. And I saw your video and the behind the scenes. You know where I'm going on the video where you played your girlfriend in the video.
Yeah, that was Yayo Te Olvidé.
That was you played. So he played his girlfriend, and you was dressed in drag, right?
Right.
I wish we'd have played that video. I didn't have it to pull it down. I didn't pull it down in time enough. But so what made next time? So what made you decide to do that? That's definitely a big leap out of what you normally do, out of the box. Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to change, and I wanted to just be myself, be flamboyant, just have a good time. That's all I wanted.
Oh, okay. I saw the behind the scenes, they were doing the makeup and the whole thing. How many hours did it take to do that?
A lot of hours.
Wow, I can imagine.
A lot of hours, like 3 hours at least.
So, Chris, now that we're in this, and I'm going to call you J. Chris, now that we're in this pandemic and, we can't have major concerts, past 25. I haven't seen any major concerts anywhere, but you can't really perform any place that's beyond a certain capacity. How's that been for you over the last year as an artist?
It's been good because I've been doing a lot of music videos lately. It's been my main interest. It's what I've wanted to do for a long time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how I've been spending a lot of my time, doing a lot of video work. So it's been a little different. I want that crowd again, but I know it's going to come back soon.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, how long will you be in Rio de Janeiro before you come back to the States?
I'm going to be here till the 25th of this month.
Oh, okay. Then you're coming back. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So I want to play that first video before we go away, before we, let you go, because I know you're busy, but can you talk about that video? I don't even say it. I might say it wrong, but it's Hasta Bajo. Yes. So what was the creativity behind that?
Hasta Bajo, I knew that I wanted to have a video where I featured break dancers as well as snakes.
That's what I like.
In the video, and I wanted to have a snake around my neck because I was inspired by the Britney Spears VMA performance from 2001. Okay. So I just wanted that same type of fierce energy in there. And the song is an Afro beat, so it was inspired by a beat that my singer-songwriter and I composed to on BeatStars.com.
Okay.
And we thought it was a hot beat. We wanted to make something special, and I'm so glad that we did a great song and video.
I love the video. I do admire the snake. Will I put a snake on my neck? I don't think I'm there yet. Now was that a trained snake, or do you have to be trained to hold it?
Trained snake. It came with a trainer.
Oh,
so
that was great.
I like doing that.
Great, because if I would have left the room if the trainer left and said, but the snake could have the whole video by itself. But J. Chris, thank you so much. I'm glad we was able to make this happen. Thank you so much for being so gracious and coming on the show. This is my new show. When you get back to the States, I want to definitely get you in the studio to perform as well.
Absolutely, I'm all in.
Awesome, great. Take care. Enjoy Brazil, and we're going to go off. We're going to leave with this video of yours, so our listening and viewing audience can enjoy the video. How can our listening audience reach out to you?
You can find me on my website, jchrisofficial.com, or on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter under J. Chris Music.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. We'll see you when you get back to the States. Be safe.
Thank you so much.
Hey, wear a mask and keep your social distance.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm doing here.
I know that's right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. We're going to watch that.
Thank you. Much love. Thank you.
Oh, J. Chris. Hoy te vi. Me intentaste seducir, pero no fue así. Ya no caigo en tus juegos. Yo sé que a ti te pasaba por la mente aquello, pero lo lamento. Yo te olvidé. Oh, no te creas tú. Yo te olvidé. Oh, me liberé de ti. Yo te olvidé. Yo te olvidé. Oh, yeah, yeah. Llego al club ganas de olvidarte, me doy 2 shots. Todo esto se acabó, pero ahí estabas. Y yo medio borracho creía que eras una ilusión. Ya yo te olvidé, oh, no te creas tú. Ya yo te olvidé, oh, me liberé de ti. Ya yo te olvidé, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ya yo te olvidé, yeah, 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 yeah. El alcohol me tiene volando y el bajo está retumbando. De ojo me está mirando, no me importa, no. El alcohol me tiene volando y el bajo está retumbando. De ojo me está mirando, no me importa. Ya yo te olvidé, oh, no te creas tú. Ya yo te olvidé, oh, me liberé de ti. Ya yo te olvidé, ya yo te olvidé. Ya yo te olvidé, oh, 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 oh. Ya yo te olvidé, ya yo te olvidé, oh, oh. Ya yo te olvidé.
And welcome back to the Cellar. I'm your host, Richard Glover, and you're tuned into another epic night in the Cellar. Thank you so much for my amazing and lovely special co-host, Dr. Renee Allen. And since it's Valentine's Day, we're going to, have a little toast of Haute Couture French Bubbly.
Yes, from the Boisset collection.
From the Boisset collection, and it's a limited edition. I want to thank Malia, Glam with Malia, for coming out. I want to thank Jay Chris, our special guest artist, an amazing young man. And of course, I want to thank you, Dr. Allen, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. We go way back, y'all.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We're each other's Valentines.
That's right. That's right. And look, don't forget, folks, Cellar Wine Show people, thank you so much for tuning in again on another epic night in the Cellar, where we talk about wine, fashion, and lifestyle. Next week, we have Earl Rush, better known as Go-Go Earl, and Yohi Moore. They're going to do salsa demonstration.
Oh, I love salsa.
Yeah, they're going to be doing salsa demonstration.
It's
yes,
sexy.
Yeah, it is sexy. And that's why Valentine's Day is a sexy day of the year. Anyway, so what's next for you? What's next for you?
I have some book collections inspired by Love with Dawn Harvey, the Sister for Sisters Network, the Sisterhood book is coming out. Hopefully we'll be in partnership with this big sponsor. So many things are going. Dr. Jazz is having for singles and couples on V-Talk and V120. There's so much. I'm gonna leave someone out, but there's so much going on.
Awesome. Okay. And again, how can our viewers reach out to you? I see it's on the lower third, but tell them again.
Yes, well, drreneeallen.com. On IG, The People's MCEMCEE, and on Facebook, Renee Allen or Renee Starling Allen. I mean, just reach out, y'all.
Great.
Yeah.
And you can reach me out at my Facebook page, Richard Glover, or you can reach out to the fan page of the Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover. You can reach out on our IG, which is the Cellar Wine Show TV Network. And of course, my other personal IG is RENSO1, Rensop. This has been an amazing show. Thank you so much. We're going to go on and taste this champagne and celebrate. But like I said, oh, you know what, Renee? I think I hear my plane.
Oh, yes.
The one that they dropped me off here?
Yeah, they told you to get ready.
I got to get ready to get out of here. So until next week, like I always say, real quick, big shout out to my good friend.
Bill Hart's in the building.
Bill Hart is in the building taking pictures for us. There you go. Jeez, Thank you so much, Bill. We appreciate that.
I love Bill
Glad
Hart.
to have you out tonight, sir. You're looking well. Well, anyway, like I said, I want to thank the LeBaron Studio owner and the GM.
Everybody knows
and the
Darrell.
engineer and Darrell and Tori, and let me say it now, Afiba.
You got it right.
I did it. I've been practicing. And look, I got to get out of here. It's time for us to get out of here. But until next week, don't forget to tune in from 8:30 to 9:30, the Cellar Wine Show with Richard Glover. And like I always say, take time, enjoy fine wine, and we'll see you when? Next time in the Cellar.
J. Chris. peleamos otra vez. Llamaste y no contesté, te pusiste a joder. De mí ella no quiere saber, dice que le doy problema, dime qué voy a hacer. Oh, oh, oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo. Oh, oh, oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo.
Dale a taba, baila bueno o vete al cara. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trae. En el suelo, baila a taba, va, dale a taba, baila bueno o vete al cara. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trae. En el suelo, baila a taba, va, dale.
No sé por qué discutimos otra vez. Dices que soy el del problema, pero parece que eres tú la del maldito dilema. Siempre de celosa, deja tu seguridad. Oh, oh, oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo. Oh, 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 oh. Empezamos en la cocina, terminamos en la piscina, vamos a repetirlo.
Dale a taba, baila bueno o vete al cara. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trae. En el suelo, baila a taba, va, dale a taba, baila bueno o vete al cara. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trae. En el suelo, baila a taba, va, dale a taba, baila bueno o vete al cara. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trae. En el suelo, baila a taba, va, dale a taba, baila bueno o vete al cara. Siente el bajo que el ritmo te trae. En el suelo, baila a taba, va, dale.
Oh, 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 oh. J. Chris.